Coming up on Mountain News this morning, lawmakers are one step closer to making schools in the Commonwealth safer for students. And government leaders in the region react to Senior Senator McConnell announcing his step down from being Republican leader.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 6 a.m. on March 1st. Now let's send it over to meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast this morning.
And a good Friday morning to you, Olivia. Indeed, hard to believe. March 1st, where did February go? Seemed like January flew by too. Weather-wise, I'm sure a lot of you are happy. Goodbye winter, get it in the rearview mirror. I know my buddy Pastor Bob is probably sitting back on, come on, a little bit more snow. Check it out. A lot of clouds across the region. 28 outside our door here in Hazard. And the weather headlines shows the showers arriving. We're going to just bring up the timing a little bit quicker, midday through the afternoon. 50-50 weekend. Sunday looks fantastic, unsettled in the middle of the week. Lower 20s Ashland near 40 at Middleborough, because we have the increase of cloud cover coming in, but the pinpoint Doppler radar right now quiet. And that increase of cloud cover is a precursor to the incoming showers we'll deal with midday through the afternoon. Here's your 12-hour forecast showing a mostly cloudy day, showers arriving midday through the afternoon, and the high in Hazard today up to 49. More about your First Alert 7-day forecast coming up in just a few moments. Olivia?
All right, thank you, Tim. As the legislative session pushes forward, a hot topic is increasing teacher pay. State Representative Chris Fugit recently sponsored House Bill 694, which would give all Kentucky teachers and administrators a one-time payment. I talked to Fugit about what he is calling a short-term solution. House Bill 694 would give classified and certified employees in Kentucky school systems a one-time payment each August for the next 2 years.
House Bill 694 would give the classified personnel or employees of the school systems $1,000. It would give the certified employees, the teachers. It does not include superintendents. It would give all certified employees $2,000 this August. And
it is a bill Representative Fugit says he believes will stand as a short-term solution while legislators find something long-term, saying the current SEEK formula does not give rural school districts the funding to increase teacher pay more than 1 or 2%.
It would be kind of a one-time check this year and next year that would help those that are working to have extra money in their pocket until hopefully we can redo some of the SEEK formula that would allow us to put the monies in SEEK to give the raises that our teachers and employees deserve.
Hazard Independent Schools Superintendent Sandra Combs says she appreciates the work lawmakers are doing in Frankfort, but a quick long-term solution is crucial.
If you look at it, our average starting salary is $38.10. Around us, it's at least $10,000 more than that, just for a starting teacher. We had someone from Florida want to come here. Well, it would have been a $25,000 cut in pay. You know, it's just, we would like to be competitive. You know, we lose good teachers to businesses because they can make so much more moving professions.
And Representative Fugit says ongoing talks for a teacher raise have continued since the session began. And he felt House Bill 694 would be the best short-term solution in the interim.
We've got a lot of work to do. You know, we'll just keep working on House Bill 694 and see if we can get it across the finish line and get the teachers and other employees, you know, bus drivers, janitors, cooks, and all those, you know, some type of relief.
Fugit says Representative Timmy Truitt from Jackson County is in the process of forming a work group that will look at the SEEK formula to see what adjustments can be made to help rural areas. In the Senate Education Committee, lawmakers approved a bill that addresses school safety. Senate Bill 2 would allow for guardians that would include honorably discharged veterans or retired state troopers and federal law enforcement agents to patrol schools. The bill now heads to the full Senate. A Kentucky mother says she's going to keep pressing lawmakers to pass railroad safety legislation. Tanya Cernas lost her son Hunter in a train crash. She believes if the brush would have been cut back, he could have seen the train coming. Now legislators have approved a resolution encouraging the public to be more cautious at railroad tracks. But a bill to give state inspectors the power to order railroad companies to cut back brush has not been taken up by a committee.
It is a very positive step. There's many more steps that needs to come in the future. I'm going to continue to advocate. I'm never going to quit.
18 lawmakers have signed on to Cerna's bill. The Senate Standing Committee on Economic Development, Tourism and Labor heard arguments from both sides on House Bill 367, which in part seeks to limit loopholes in the Food Assistance Program SNAP. Representative and sponsor Wade Williams says some take advantage of the program when they are not actually in need of assistance. He says the bill would eliminate loopholes, such as not allowing for the cabinet for Health and Family Services to provide exemptions from gross income requirements.
House Bill 367 makes a reasonable checks as to federal law to make sure that we have enough resources available for the truly needy. You literally could have $1 million in the bank and still draw food stamps.
House Bill 367 did not receive a vote from the committee, despite two other bills receiving votes in the same meeting. It has already passed the House by a vote of 61 to 33. A Senate committee will have to vote on it before it heads to the full Senate. Earlier this week, Senator Mitch McConnell announced he would step down as Republican leader. There are questions on Capitol Hill about who will fill that role. Governor Andy Beshear was asked about Senator McConnell's leadership in the Senate yesterday.
He has been in a position of leadership, whether in the minority or the majority, for a significant period of time, and that takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time away from your family and your friends and others. So anyone who gives that type of service, we ought to recognize the sacrifice and to say thank you.
The governor credited McConnell for his support on the bipartisan infrastructure law. Beshear says he is, quote, completely and totally ruling out a run for an open Senate seat in 2026. Senator McConnell says he intends to finish out his term ending in January 2027. The governor's office is awarding more than $15 million to 13 counties here in Kentucky. 3 of those counties are in our coverage area. The funding is for job growth as well as site and building development. Laurel County is receiving nearly $2 million for a project. $500,000 will be going toward a project in Pulaski County, and Wayne County is getting nearly $1 million according to the release. We have more about this at WYMT.com. In Lee County, Virginia, $700,000 is being awarded for the St. Charles Monarch Waterline Replacement Project. In a release from Congressman Morgan Griffith's office, the project will replace about 9,970 linear feet of water line and install 4 gate valves and 1 fire hydrant, which will serve about 38 households in the area. The funding was awarded by the Appalachian Regional Commission. Yesterday, we told you about a bill being introduced to get rid of daylight saving time in Kentucky. On our website, we are asking if the state should do away with daylight saving time. 72% of you say yes, while 28% say no. If you have not voted, you can go to WYMT.com and do it until today at 4 p.m.
And a good Friday to you. Temperatures vary around the region. Depends on the amount of cloud cover you ended up having move across you in the overnight period. We're down to 22 at Ashland. It is 28 not only in Manchester but here in Hazard, 32 at Harlan, near 40 at Middlesboro. Check out the pinpoint Doppler radar. Quiet right now. In fact, the switch is turned off. But don't worry. We're looking at the composite view now. And yes, indeed, the showers continue to track to the north and east. And it looks like they may be arriving a little bit earlier. We're timing it out midday through the afternoon, but we may have to slide it just a little bit earlier. So for the drive this morning, it is going to be just simply mostly cloudy on the travel forecast. Heading for the afternoon, though, wipers, umbrellas will be needed with a scattering of showers and a high near 49 in Hazard. More about the First Alert 7-day forecast in just a few moments. Olivia?
Thank you, Tim, and thanks for joining us on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Coming up, we will have part 2 of Trials and Tribulations, a profile of Pastor Ronnie Hampton, who was Lynch's first black mayor.